welcome to another episode of GymnasticsVille with Midknight Robin. And
you know, Remi Marvin's in the house. What's going on, people?
How y'all doing out there? So we got a two great, exciting guests here in the studio. We got Hebs Fury and Danni G.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? And Danni G.
Hello.
Yeah, guys, thanks for coming out today. So we'll just real quick, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you guys do. We can start with you, Hebs.
Okay, just so you guys know, my name is Hebs Fury. I'm a b-boy and an artist. I dance with the Flipside Kings crew from Miami, Florida, and with Mind 180 from Orlando, Florida. Both legendary dance crews. We've been around the world, battling, traveling, doing shows. Also, on another tip, on the artist tip, I've been doing art for about 30 years. My background is in fine arts. Then later on in my teenage years, I got into the hip hop culture, and I started learning some graffiti at 16 years old. And then right now I'm 38 years old. So throughout my life, all I've done is dance, entertain, also paint large murals, custom paintings for clients, and anything that has to do with art. You know, pretty much I'm an artistic designer, artistic director. I'm sorry.
Nice. And now for the man, Danni.
Hey, what's up? My name is Danni G. I'm also known as the movement artist. I actually lived in Orlando for 6 years. I was part of this whole performing troops out here. I started at the age of 4 with actually gymnastics. They took my sister to a gymnastic audition when she was 7, and I was just there to watch, but I was doing all the movement outside, so the coach developed some interest in me and said, "Who's that kid? Oh, he's too young, whatever. Oh no, I want him." So I started doing gymnastics, and I competed for years, and until I was 12, 13, and then I started doing martial arts, and then I started doing street arts like skateboarding, rollerblading, surfing, and anything that was I was driven by sports that have no coaches, because I did gymnastics for so long and I had a coach for so long that I needed that. It was too strict for me at the time. So, but I really love gymnastics, so I made it my own thing later on in life when I moved to Orlando, and I saw that the performing jobs actually exist. I had no idea this exists because I come from Venezuela, where none of this stuff was around. So when I found out all these things, that these performing jobs, then I started, using the gymnastics that I remember from years ago, and I started making it my own. And then I met people like Hebs Fury. He's one of my dance mentors and artistic mentor as well when it comes to colors. But I lived in Orlando, and I worked for Disney and Universal Studio and all of that. And then I left to Cirque du Soleil, did that for 7 years. And then I came back to Florida, and I lived in Los Angeles now, and I'm doing stunts and movie stuff and circus stuff and whatever comes my way, because the good thing about gymnastics is that it builds you to be capable to learn anything through the body quicker. It gives you that strong foundation. When I have kids, I'm gonna put them in gymnastics. If they want to retire at the age of 10, it doesn't matter, because they already have a solid foundation that's gonna allow them to do whatever. If they want to do volleyball players, they could do it, because guess what? They have a gymnastic foundation.
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a great tie into the next thing, is because Hebs Fury, we know did breakdancing and all that, but let us know a little bit of how gymnastics kind of helped you. We all know you worked for Disney, and just talk a little bit about how gymnastics kind of helped you out.
All right. From my experience, I never took gymnastics, but I always had a love for the physicality and discipline gymnastics had. I really think gymnastics had a great influence on b-boying, on breaking, for the simple fact that they were the ones that were doing the air moves like flares and stuff. So, I remember as a child I would watch gymnastics at the Olympics, and I would try to mimic the guys doing flares on the floor, and it looked like I was doing footwork. So, as an early age, gymnastics was a great influence in my life as far as the physicality of it, and then, technically, I'm from Venezuela as well. Me and Danni are from Venezuela, and the Latin culture is very musical and rhythmic. So I grew up in sports as well. I did baseball and soccer and swimming and tennis and all kinds of sports, because when you go to Venezuela to the schools, you have to play every sport. And that was cool. My family has a sports goods company called Tamanaco. They mainly produce for Latin America. But so my family was big into sports, but because sports never had like a musical edge, I lost interest. And then when I discovered breaking or b-boying, I really didn't know what it was yet, but it looked really fun because it was like a party. There was music and people were doing the physical moves to rhythms in a dance form, So that really caught my attention because as an artist, I seek expression, not just like a task. So to me, sports became, it didn't become the main interest just because I was searching for a different artistic energy that I found in breaking. And then, breaking is a part of hip hop, and hip hop at the time was breakdancing, graffiti, DJing, and rapping. And, as a teenager, you get involved with these awesome elements of hip hop, and I actually gravitated towards breaking and graffiti in my teenage years. And then from there on, everything developed. I worked for Disney for the Indiana Jones stunt show. I worked for a high voltage stunt team at Universal doing street breaks, the breakdancing show. I worked for G4 stunt show, doing cruise ships and doing like corporate events. I've worked about 22 years in Orlando in the corporate world, doing all kinds of acrobatic shows, dance shows. I've been doing speed painting for the last 7 years. So when I discovered speed painting, I kind of was able to put together into one performance my dancing and entertainment abilities along with the painting abilities. And it's been a great ride so far. And to anybody out there that wants to follow their dreams in art or gymnastics or stunt world, anything is possible. You just gotta find the right avenue, find the right mentors, find the teachings, learn the foundation, and you'll be able to develop and be the next superhero of the world. You could be in movies, doubling people, doing stunts, doing flips. There is no limit to this, guys. Just start at a good age, teenager years or younger, and you could become the next Superman.
And don't be afraid of discipline, 'cause that's what it takes.
Yeah, it's all about discipline.
Oh yeah, that's true. You have to have discipline because the most important part is foundation. It's gymnastics shows you what technique means. You can go and do a full twist in the air, but there is things you have to respect. Look at your toes, all these things. And if you repeat that, it will happen. The trick will happen because there is people that spend years studying this thing. Now the only thing that can probably stop you from doing it is that you're not strong enough yet. But that's fine. That's muscles. You can build those up. But discipline is what integrates these two things. Discipline, foundation.
Exactly.
Yes, that'll keep you guys safe all out there trying to make it to the next level. But I have one more question for both of you before we wrap it up. Lisa, you guys have been to big films, you guys, movies, music videos. I'd like to know maybe what was your favorite maybe music video or film that you guys worked with or star that you can kind of share with our audience out there.
I did a few really cool things. I actually opened up with a Rocksteady crew in Central Park in New York, the Nas concert. There's a rapper, if y'all don't know, Nas.
Nice.
From the early 90s. And, growing up listening to Nas's music and opening up his concert was like a dream come true. Also, when I got to work at Indiana Jones stunt show, that was a dream come true because I used to watch that show as a little kid with my father. And also, I had a lot of fun being in the Gloria Estefan music video called Wepa. So those are three great highlights of mine in my acro dance career.
Awesome. How about you, Danny G?
One of the first films I ever did, it was that Disney movie Enchanted. I was part of that, and that was
Nice.
actually pretty awesome to work with such a large cast. It was like that parade scene the middle of the movie. It's so many people, so like to watch a director, control that crowd, it was pretty impressive. Also, I just trained the main actress for James Cameron's new film, and Robert Rodriguez.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a professional rollerblader. Like the reason why I progress in rollerblading so fast is because I had gymnastics in my bag. But so yeah, I just trained her. Rosa Salazar from the movie's called Alita: Battle Angel, comes out 2018, based on an anime. So I trained her for a month. Sadly, I didn't make it to the movie because you had to look like a teenager, and I'm 34 years old. And I don't look bad, but yeah, I don't look like a kid. So I was able to hook up some of my homies that look younger. So they took the job. So that was cool. I also performed for the King of Malaysia, performed for Obama 2009.
Wow.
And BET Awards 2008. I live in Los Angeles now, so a lot of those jobs that are like celebrity related are coming along more often.
Nice.
And everything is possible. So I realized I come from Venezuela, which is far, far away from where I am right now.
Actually, me and Danny G, we met in City Walk while we were working the show called Bringing On the Night in City Walk, and it was cool. Danny G was doing power skills and I was doing breakdancing. So ever since then, we met and we found out we're both from Venezuela, so we became kind of like best friends right away.
And roommates.
And we're partners in life as far as adventures and talented and artistic gigs. We just follow our dreams to the end.
And now Heps is got this new gear, the Funkadelic gear, which is like the most flexible pants there is out there. So now we're gonna get to work to that, and he's gonna give me some test pants today, and I'm gonna go tumble around with him.
Yeah, maybe we can get some gymnasts. Maybe get some.
If you want to learn a lot about the Funkadelic wear brand, you can check us out on Instagram at Funkadelic_wear. Funkadelic ends in a K. So that's Funkadelic with a K _wear. Check us out, follow us, support us, and we're ready to bring a new funky style to the gymnastics community and to any active community as well.
And how about you, Danny G? How can your fans kind of get a hold of you or find out a little bit more about you?
Oh, you can find me really easy. My name is Danny G. That's DANNIG. Not a Y, but an I. G. And then you can find me on Instagram with that, and you can put DannyG.com. You can pretty much I own that name, so it's easy to find me with Danny G. Or if not, you can try the movementartist.com. I have a website that's more like behind camera work. I like now I like to create things that are bigger than myself, so I like to direct and do stuff like that. So you can see some of that work there.
And for me, you can also find me at Heps Fury on Instagram. That's HEPSFURY at Heps Fury. That's my avenue for acrobatic graffiti and urban situations.
All right, fellas. All right, that was awesome. Glad you could take the time out of your busy schedule and bless the mic. Hope to have y'all up here again. But we're signing out. This is Remi Marvin and
Midknight Robin. See you next time.
Hey.